Hi Scorpio, welcome back to your February reading. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button, and thank you for hitting that like button, supporting the channel, helping it to grow, really greatly appreciated. We're going to do a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Please take what resonates, what doesn't is not for you. We're talking to Scorpio as a collective or a few different groups. I like to try and tune in because we're all at different stages. There is no gender with the cards. If I say he or she, it could be vice versa, roles reversed. It's all about personality or traits or actions, okay? So let's look at what's coming in for Scorpio for the month of February and what Scorpio need to hear. What's the major message or confirmation of the month? Is there anything else that they need to hear? Let's... They're not talking to me, Scorpio. Let's change this. If they keep wanting to jump out, but 3 times now they're cut, but it jumps back in, so that's really interesting. Thank you. Alrighty, now okay. We have the Temperance card that has come out in reverse. I don't really like to take reverses, but I feel like I have to. And also the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there's a big focus for you. We'll get clearer on all the messages, but let's just look at those 2 cards that have really jumped out. So I'm talking to some Scorpios who possibly... yes, beautiful. And the Ace of Cups, new beginning. So Scorpio, where things have not been moving, where things have not been unfolding, where they have not been moving forward, where you haven't been able to see the bigger picture, where things have been imbalanced, like I pour into your cup, you pour into my cup. That has not been happening for a while, okay? Or there's been a stagnancy there, and this is upside down, and it could be you doing that or vice versa. So we'll look into that. Where that's not happening or hasn't been happening, or you haven't been focused on the bigger picture, you've been focused on all the little nitty gritty all around it, okay? And about, let's say, relationships or just your happiness and contentment has not been there, okay? Guess what? Here it comes. You've got a new beginning. Ace of Cups is new beginning. In the other deck, it is the path with the arch, the hand of God and the pentacle. Go this way. This is the path. It's happening. It's coming in. But look at the overflowing abundance there. So if you haven't been able to see this, Scorpio, it's about to come in, or there's a new abundance coming in. But I feel there's a lesson here still. I'm hearing lesson. So it's like you can activate this. I think the month of February is all about revealing because we've got that big Leo full moon. Yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh. Right as I said that, a big lesson. This is a lesson, a fear, a subconscious belief, a issue, emotional, that's stopping. That this is why this is upside down. This is why the Ten of Cups isn't happening, or the completions of cycles, or moving into the new cycle. Let's have a little look here, Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? What is the lesson? Because I kind of get what they're saying here. We don't need any more on that. What is the lesson, please? Oh, we've got a lot to say, have we? Okay, there is a repeated pattern here, my Scorpio. Sorry to say this, but you know I'm going to give it to you straight. There seems to be... This is more looking like someone who... You're coming out of it, by the way. This is abundance is coming in, you're coming out of this. But after, see, subconscious belief or fear or too in my head or too emotional or too reactive, something's come up. Okay, this person was way up in their head, way up in their head, nearly bringing them down. You are coming out of that. But again, there's stubbornness, not wanting to listen, not wanting to hear, or being shut down, or wanting my own time, or whatever it is, but this person's not receptive. And the reason I'm saying there's a bit of a theme here, this person's very stubborn, very set, only sees their ways, only does their ways, hangs on to the past, clutching to their beliefs, how things should go, how things should be, how things should, you know, they're rigid, they're not changing, my way or the highway. I'm going to sit that over there because we're getting rid of that. Or that person. You're dealing with someone like this. But I just heard for a lot of you, there's a lot of mirroring of this. I'm going to give it to you straight because, Scorpio, I'm here to deliver this to you because I want you to have your happiness, your bigger picture, and it looks like it's here. It looks like it's here. This is the turning point. I've been saying in most readings, I'm going to give it, you know, say how it is because I want you to get the lesson, because it looks like February is the activation of all the abundance coming in, the flow's starting to come back, they're starting to move forward. It doesn't mean it'll happen in February, but the flow is moving forward. So have you learnt the lesson? Have you done the healing? Have you worked on this fear or trigger? And it called for you to be entrepreneurial, or think outside the box, or think of things a different way, or do things in a new way, or get new information, new inspiration. See, the abundance is coming in. This is someone, something wants to give to you. It's also money coming in, you know, someone providing. And here's emotional balance. It's funny I said this is about emotions and lots of emotions, because they're calling for you to get emotional mastery. They're going, yeah, bottom of the deck. They do want me to look at that. So this card is being nostalgic, living in the past. It's also, though, the other side of this is my twin flame card, but it's also about, look at how peaceful they are. Look at how they're just working together peacefully, equally. They're calm in their emotions too. They're balanced emotionally. There's water there. They're connected. Okay. For a large group of you, there is something about how you emotionally respond and react, or how you're dealing with your emotions or emotions. It's a healing that needs to happen. There's something in your subconscious. And I suggest you do that work, or you get onto that, or work that through that. Or it's going to be triggered in the month of February, or it has been, it's about to be. And you may not like it. You may not like what comes up, but you know what? It's actually going to clear it, so you can get your 10 of cups and your happiness in the bigger picture, and this equal give and take, and this pour into my cup, I pour into your cup, and cycle start flowing and moving. What is it here? And I'll just take this second card. See, isolation, putting out in the cold, abandonment. That could also be saying, you know, my way, and like, you know, it can be a bit like this person, my way or the highway, put you out in the cold, on, off, wrong, right, good, bad. They said to put that over there. Okay. I think that's an aspect within Scorpionic energy. You know, it's either on or it's off. It's either... How do I put this? It's like, let's say if there was a relationship, they don't see it as, oh, time out or a break or a growing or a learning. It's over or it's on. That's what I mean by that black-white energy. And I think for some of you, not all of you, that does have to be balanced out or worked on, because that's not really how life works. I think it's blocking your flow and your abundance. But I can see it's giving you another chance to open up to that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. 2 of Cups, equal give and take. This is definitely about relationships, whatever they are. Work, with yourself, with a partner, with a twin, with a divine counterpart. This is a major lesson. So that's why a lot of you might have twin energy coming in here, or soulmate, or partnership issues, let's say. because this is a higher divine purpose, a higher divine lesson of unity, of togetherness, equal give and take, balanced emotions, meeting in the minds, the hearts, the soul, all of that commitment, both stepping in equally. But when I say giving equally, they're emotionally stable for each other, like in a supportive way. This feels a little confusing for me, Scorpio, because I think I'm dealing with about 4 different groups here. But here's what I'm going to say. If you're waiting on a partnership to move forward, like a divine counterpart, like a twin or a soulmate or something like that, it hasn't been moving. You are not getting, but look at this, there's definitely a healing here. There's definitely, it's coming through. You're getting your second chance. It is opening up. This is the path to take, but why are you fighting against it? Why are you going against the flow? This could be my someone being difficult. So let's say if someone was coming back in, you're going to give them a hard time about it. Maybe. That's just an example. See, to me, the lesson's not learned. They want you to do things in a new way, in a better way, in a more abundant way, emotionally. So I get it. Overall, for all of you, wherever this fits in all the different scenes, it's definitely about how you emotionally respond or reciprocate in relationships. You are coming out of that. You are changing it. You're ripping up that blindfold. You're facing it. You're doing it. You're making the changes. Or you have to do it a different way, which you're not happy about. But they're saying do it. That's how more love, more receptivity, more love will come back in. So let's say this is only an example. It's just something I can think of. So let's use that example and stick with the same example, because there's passion coming in here, Scorpio. And this is lust and passion and moving forward. But again, we've got the Queen of Swords, perfect for my example. Cuts off her emotions, cuts it down, okay, calls a spade, whatever you want to call it. Can cut someone in or off or out. That's that on, off, black, white, good, bad, energy. And here it comes back in, but you're going to let them know they hurt you, or you're going to pay them back, or you're going to something like that. I can see you're coming out of that in the month of February. I can see that doesn't work for you anymore, Scorpio, or maybe it weakens the connections or something. And once you do that, and you reach out a different way and connect emotionally a different way, and you're not going to like the way you might have to do it or change it or face or whatever, that's going to be your February challenge. But here they come. Here they come. Long term. Here's the long term way to do it, commitment to do it. Look at this. Receiving where you weren't receiving. So it's like they're saying there's a different way to get this, Scorpio. There's a different way to go about this. Emotionally, how you do things in relationships. There's a different way to go about it. And there's a stubbornness there. There's a stubbornness where, no, I'm right. This is what they did. I should do this. You have to change that, Scorpio. And when you do, oh my God, the Emperor on the King of Cups, if that was a relationship, oh wow, oh my gosh. If this was just you, reaching that end result, mastering it, being, learning all the lessons, getting to that point of, oh, I get it, I've learned it, I've now mastered it and mastered me and my emotional balance and security and stability. You've done it. You're doing it. There's a possibility here for you in the month of February, Scorpio, to master an emotional imbalance or way you are in relationships that was blocking the bigger picture, blocking the flow, blocking your contentment and your 10 of Cups. Your happily ever after. You are getting this chance to come in. I can see most of you are going to do it. Most of you are going to sit this, master this. If this is about a twin flame or a relationship for a lot of you, you're going to do it a new way. You're going to be a new way. It brings the partnership back in. It brings healing. It brings the flow. You're not fighting against it anymore. They start coming back in. You're receiving, and you look, absolute mastery. Or there's the Emperor or Empress, male, female. There it is, coming in to look after you, take care of the, with emotional security and stability that you've been looking for or wanting within yourself, within relationships, within your career, achievements. Let's say achievements. It's like you nailed it. You became the emperor, the ruler of your kingdom. It's actually great. It's actually a great reading. It started off hard and heavy, but there's a big lesson. Yeah, look, go back to the drawing board. Go look at the pros and cons. Look at both sides. Do more research. And that's what it called for here as well. Or, how do I do this a different way then? If you want me to do it a different way, universe, what is the way? Go and research it. Go and do your healing. Go look into it. Because I think you've got to do a lot of this like subconscious work. There's something in you subconsciously that's making you, or this pattern that you do. And I think you can get to the bottom of it. I think February is going to be the revealer. And I think January full moon, Leo, into February is the revealer. Yep, it could hit hard, but it's the epiphany that you need that kind of brings you to be the empire of your emotional balance, security, stability, or brings that person, place, or situation in for you, career or relationship, that brings you this emotional security, stability that you want, that you're looking for. Lover's card, moving forward. So let's say that was a lover, or the love of my career, or my passions, or my desires, or my happiness, or my contentment that I just want to rush forward and move forward. It's moving forward. You cannot stop a chariot. You're in control. You're back in control, Scorpio. And it's interesting. When we feel deeply in control within ourselves, we don't need to control others. We don't do power plays. We don't do power plays. We don't feel rejection so much and abandonment so much and all of these issues that may come up. It's the shadow side. Interesting when we have emotional balance, mastery, and we're the emperor of that, the wisdom, the master. Look at the moving forward. Look at the love. Look at the connection. Look at the balance. Look at the everything here. This is the key to you moving forward. And we had to deliver it. You're going to look at all the different options, ideas, ways, what it could be. And you're really thinking it out and you're going to move forward. So I think for the majority of you, you will face this head on, because you want your wish fulfillment. And they're saying this is how you get your wish fulfillment. So it is changing the way you are emotionally, let's say, responding or receiving in relationships. That's probably a much better way of saying it. Death and rebirth, beautiful. You're getting death and rebirth. The month of February, there's something you've seen. And I think it's more about yourself, honestly. I think it's more about yourself. Of course we mirror, we all mirror. If you're with a twin, they're definitely mirroring. So what's the breakthrough? What's the message about the breakthrough? Oh my gosh. It is about relationships, security, stability, support, a home, a new foundation, happy foundation, or a relationship coming in, called for you to go very, 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 very inward. Reconnect to your soul, new beginnings, new way of doing, new way of being. This is the World card. You have an opportunity for a whole brand new cycle here, starting from February on. February is kind of like the moment of truth, let's call it. Or the moment of calling truth out, let's say. It's in a lot of readings. It's very interesting. And for you, Scorpio, I can see a lot of you are coming out of it. I really do. I think you're getting the answer, getting the epiphany, seeing it, putting new ways in place of you being. But it is about emotions. Definitely. Yep, it is universal. It's your karmic challenge. The universe is stepping in. You have to face this. This is exam time. Nurturing, giving, being more nurturing. You are going to get success, yes. So this is about you feeling more nurtured. The reason we told you this, and you have to face this and do this and change this, is so that you can feel more nurtured. You can receive more nurturing. Rather than being stuck in this overwhelmed hanged man energy where I go round and round in the same old, the King of Swords just then represented that it's all up in my mental head, my mental energy. There's no emotion there. It's just all do in my head, thinking, speaking, reacting from mental energy, thoughts, that's how I circulate what's going on for me, and that's what's changing. Yeah, look, Scorpio, you're becoming the Queen of Cups, and at the end, the King of Cups. A, divine counterparts, but B, let's say you're already in a relationship, that's how you're going to get rebalanced. But the most important message here overall is you're becoming this. This is open, receiving, connection, feeling, emotional balance. She's emotionally balanced. She feels her emotions. She works through her emotions. She doesn't go up in her head and get all mental activity about it. She feels, she receives, she balances. She's calm in her emotions. She gives and receives, like in a nurtured way, not in a triggered emotional way. Seeing things more lovingly, more openly. That's what the message is. It's seeing things more openly, openness, with openness, lovingly and lovingly. Yeah, see, King of Swords, that keeps jumping out. Whereas before it was a little bit harsh, a little bit cut, a little bit dry, and we had the Queen of Swords earlier. So a little bit my way or the highway, this is what I believe, this is what I think happened, and moving forward. Being more open, seeing both sides of a story in a different way, different from your way, and being open to receiving that. So I'm sorry to say, yep, karmic lesson here, universal lesson coming very fast for you in the month of February, Scorpio. It's a revealing time, I'm hearing, but you know what? Oh my God, this really gets you to actually where you want to be, and that happiness and the flow back to that bigger picture of what you're wanting. But it is about you doing it a different way. Or let's say for some of you, seeing both the perspectives and sides more openly. Not just, not just calling a spade and that's it. Because I'm emotionally affected. No. They're calling for mastery of this now. This is actually a very powerful, powerful, beautiful, beautiful read, Scorpio. And I think with you, it is very direct. I can be very direct. The energies come through very direct. Because you can do that. You can handle that. But there's this emotional cycle going on in the month of February that I think you'll reveal, break through, or get through, where you've been working against the flow, or you think you were working with it, or had mastery of it, and there's called for a rebalance here, death and rebirth. See, justice, balance, yeah. New way, new path. There it is, Scorpio, for the month of February. This is big. This is huge. This isn't a little message. This is a major message that's moving you forward into the new. And once you do, oh my gosh, 10 of Cups, temperance, bigger picture. You pour into my cup, I pour into your cup, equal, this reciprocity, this receptivity, this equal give and take, this beautiful, it brings so much more than you could possibly imagine, so much more abundance in. So you got your answer for the month of February, Scorpio. Great to see you again. I hope this helped, and it is coming in. So end of Feb. See you in month March. Thank you, Scorpio.